Hey, hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to dive into the collective energy. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, what is coming in for you, collective? What do you need to know at this time? You're building something. Yes, you are. And this is looking really, really good. You have the building blocks. You have already created a stepping stone or a foundation or a platform for yourself that you are continuing to put energy and effort into. This could be a relationship. This could be your career. This could be your self-development. You have the Treasure Island card right next to it. So keep building, collective. Keep going. Stay determined and trust. They're showing me trust in real big letters here. So for some of you, it is important that you know that you're on the right path. Okay, that you know that things are manifesting here for you because you get caught up in your head. You have the Thinker card. Some of you could have strong air placements in your chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you're also concocting new ideas at this time is what I'm getting. New ideas to help you build upon this foundation. You're also addressing some of the cracks in the foundation. So I actually see a lot of strategizing here. And I see you giving your mind a break when your mind needs a break. When you know you're overdoing it to the point where you're getting tension headaches, stress headaches, you feel brain fog, confusion, you're allowing yourself to say, wait a minute, I've been putting too much energy into this. I just need to recenter. I need to regroup and maybe even take some time off or some time away. But I really like the Thinker here because I see you're thinking about your future. You're thinking about your happiness. And you're really asking yourself some of the bigger questions. You have the happy card at the bottom of the deck here. And she's holding the key. So you're unlocking a shift here. You're unlocking a change that is really leading to the Treasure Island. And how interesting, we have island on the card and we have island on the shirt. So perhaps some of you, you could be living on an island or traveling to an island. But I also see you having to swim the moat, right? It reminds me of the movie Eat, Pray, Love, when the guy says to the main character, Julia Roberts, in order to get to the castle, you have to swim the moat. What's in the moat, right? It can be alligators, it can be deep, it can be, murky and unknown. So I feel for some of you, yes, you've had to swim the moat here, but I see whatever you're building is quite extraordinary, collective. And it looks very solid. It's like playing a game of Tetris or playing one of those building block games where you're putting them in the right spots to make sure there's no gaps. And I feel like it's important for you that you don't have the gaps in your structure. And it's like you are utilizing all of the resources. You are a sponge for knowledge here. You want to learn, you want to soak it up, and you want to fill in the pieces. And I'm also getting here for some of you, there may have been a missing piece because they're showing me the blue block here, which is interesting because blue is the throat chakra. It is the color of communication and expression, authenticity. It is us voicing ourselves out into the world. It can be a very beautiful energy. And so maybe there's a missing piece around the throat chakra. Maybe there's something that's about to be said, some sort of communication about to be had. This could also be a part of your own creative expression that you're ready to put out into the world or you have been building. And I feel like it's only going to get better. It really is. But from time to time, of course, you're going to stop. You're going to reflect. But I also see some of you having some very big breakthroughs. Recently, you may have been thinking about how far you've come. You may have even gone over some old journals, or you may have seen a flashback or perhaps a photograph that brought up a bit of nostalgia, brought up some memories of the past. And you may have thought to yourself, wow, I have come so far. I'm not that same person that I was 10 years ago, even 10 months ago. So you may be showing yourself more grace, more gratitude, and more kindness now. I also see someone thinking with you. There could also be someone showing up here that you're either working with, that you are connected to energetically and physically, or someone you're about to call in that can help you with these building blocks, because now they're highlighting the other block on the other side, which is red. And red is the root chakra. Red is stability. Red is foundation. Red is our roots, where we come from, our family ties, our lineage. So maybe there's ancestral wisdom here, or family that's helping you, or someone that you are going to continue building this foundation with. We're going to pull some tarot cards to clarify, but this is looking really beautiful for you. But I want to see what challenges could come up along the way. But also, what do you need to know to keep this momentum? Because whatever this is that you're building, it looks really good. And I feel like the throat chakra and the root chakra are significant here. So communication and stability are coming in strong at this time. Let's clarify. Spirit, please tell me about the building blocks. Building blocks showing up here for the collective. What are we building? Oh, the witch. I love when the witch comes up. First of all, oh my goodness, and the Ace of Pentacles. There she is, actually holding her slippers in her hands. Now the witch is a bonus major arcana. It's major arcana 25 in this deck, and there's only 21 major arcana. So the author and creator of this deck added a bonus, and you got it right here. You got it with the Ace of Pentacles. And if you look closely, Dorothy is holding the slippers. The slippers are showing up on the Ace of Pentacles. Those are magic slippers, right? When you tap them 3 times, there's no place like home. So some of you are really tuning into a part of your divine blueprint. This is ancestral. This is your divine wisdom. You could be receiving help from a loved one in spirit, from your guides, your angels. Now, the witch, being a bonus card, is all about magic. It's all about transformation, balance, and wisdom. She is very, very gifted, but she's also protected. Look at Glinda's magic pink bubble behind her. If you're watching this reading, collective, you have an extraordinary gift that you are currently building, and there is a new beginning here, the start of a new life for you, a start of a new chapter if you've already built upon this. But the Ace of Pentacles is a positive reward. It could be a bonus. It is a gift. So we're getting double gifted energy here showing up, and it almost feels like you're utilizing your gift and putting it out into the world. The Pentacles is the material world. And this is something that's very healthy for you. It is very rewarding for you. Some of you, this is a new job. It's success in your career, in your endeavors. The witch is a powerful force. She uses her inner light for good. For good. And when you manifest from a place of love, anything is possible, and it's long term. It's aligned with your blueprint, your divine contract. And I feel like you know this. You know that this is part of your purpose, part of your mission. Now, for some of you, you're manifesting here. I mean, whatever it is that you've been asking, what truly will make me happy? I feel like that's what you're manifesting because you have the happy, happy card here showing up. And because I see unfinished symphony in the past, the deep past, it feels like you only got halfway to happiness, right? Or maybe happiness was short-lived. It could have been a relationship, right? A relationship where you had a lot of learning to do, a lot of lessons, maybe even a lot of karma. But it was through this halfway to happiness, even if it was something that did not turn out. Maybe it ended, a job or a divorce or an illness. Gratitude, because it's actually your powers and your gifts. Whatever this you've been building are bringing to the world, something coming in for you, it's like it's not going to be halfway unfinished. It feels like this is something that is more concrete. You take it all the way. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the world or even the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles, because I see you going, right, going big, because you already know what it's like to do it halfway or feel that missing piece. And I just see here that you're protected as you venture off on this new journey. And this new journey has you, tapping those slippers when you need to recenter, when you need to regroup, when you need to remember who you are and where you came from. You have access more easily, more readily now. This is amazing. Collective, let's look at the thinker. So this could even be new thoughts and ideas. So page energy we could see, but let's make sure it's not any 8 of Swords or 9 of Swords. Let's see if this is strategizing and using the mind to build, or is it strategizing and sometimes using the mind to, it sets us back, it holds us back, it destroys. Let's see, what's going on with the thinker? What do we need to know about the thinker, please, Spirit? Okay, there's the Knight of Swords. He is a thinker. He's a doer. And the Knight of Pentacles. So beautiful. So we're getting movement here. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, right? They are action takers. So it almost feels like your thoughts are manifesting into form quickly. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you're thinking about at this time, because our thoughts are more powerful now than ever. And that's part of the age of Aquarius. It really is. It's part of that manifestation of, I'm thinking this is coming straight from source. I don't have to cloud through the muck as much, right? You still have to swim the moat, but it's like you've got to the clearing part of it. You're closer to the castle than you realize. And when the Knight of Swords shows up, this is precision. This is courage. This is a sharp mind, sharp intellect. And I feel like you're protected. And there's something about timing as well. It almost feels like you've been waiting for the right time and thinking things through, planning things through, but now you're executing. And I feel like this is happening now for you, but I feel like it's going to also show up in 2025. Let's get a timing card, because I'm getting like the first and even second quarter of 2025 is going to be significant for you. Spirit, can we get a timing card for this execution taking place when you let go? Okay, when we let go, letting go of maybe the limitations, the limiting beliefs, the what ifs, the excuses. When you release, again, resistance. So that's what we're letting go of, is resistance, and we're going with the flow. Can we get a month, Spirit? Can we get a month, please? Okay, or a day. We have tomorrow. It feels as if this shift is taking place immediately for you. It's like you feel lifted. You feel like you're in flow. And we see in a few weeks happening at the bottom of the deck. So even though I feel like this action is happening now, but 2025 is really going to be when maybe you get to that castle. Yeah, maybe when you get to that castle, because this is the castle here, the Treasure Island. It is showing up, and we'll clarify this in just a moment. But it feels like there's been a few struggles with the mind. Sometimes that Knight of Swords, he can be inconsistent, right? He can be a little impulsive or miscommunicative. So maybe there was some sort of miscommunication, and that could be that throat chakra coming up. Maybe it was not trusting your intuition. It's not that you don't receive intuitive insights. We do all the time. We're constantly connected to our intuition, but we don't always trust. We don't always take action on it. And I feel like that's something you are letting go of. You're saying, wait, why was I resisting that? Why wasn't I trusting? It's not, again, that you weren't receiving the messages. You just weren't trusting in them, because the mind gets in the way. It does to all of us. But it could happen as soon as tomorrow, and you may see the physical manifestations showing up in a few weeks. And then in 2025, I really feel it. I mean, yes, this castle could come in a few weeks, but I feel like 2025, I mean, I'm getting it here. I mean, well, it could be rushing in, but it's showing up sooner rather than later. I'll say that. And I am getting definitely by the first quarter or so of 2025. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is dependable, hardworking, trustworthy. Remember I said two earlier? This could be two individuals. You may be contemplating working with someone. Maybe you are the Knight of Swords, right? Because you are and this makes sense, you're the blue block here. The blue block is that throat chakra, which is all about communication. That's what the swords is about. And you're represented as the thinker. So you're thinking about how to take action and how to execute it. And it's coming in hot for you. And here is the red, really the pentacle realm is the foundation, is the stability. So here's the red block of someone who is very dependable or hardworking, very trustworthy, practical, down to earth. This individual is resourceful. They're patient and they're disciplined. And I feel like you are calling them in. But there's a balance. There's a balance here because you can see this Knight of Pentacles, he's represented by the shaggy man. It seems like he can be a little bit slower, but I actually feel like his wisdom compensates and your quickness or your wit brings it together. There's something about bringing the pieces together in order for you to finish swimming to that castle. Let's look at the castle. What does this look like for you, collective? Treasure Island, castle. Spirit, what do we need to know about Treasure Island? How to get there? The determination. Oh, the star. There is Glinda, the good witch. Trust that you are protected, right? You're showing up here as Dorothy. I mean, male or female. You're showing up as magical, powerful, gifted, and protected. We see the start of a new beginning here. The start of something quite profound that you are adding to your stability. And we have the star. This is Aquarian energy of wishes being granted. This is a brighter future ahead. Trust in your dreams. Don't give up on them. Healing. This is also a very healing energy. And remember what I said about tapping your slippers and recentering yourself and knowing that you're not alone? Perhaps the help that I'm seeing here with that throat energy, the blue and the red, the communication and the stability, perhaps this is your biggest co-creating partner, is Glinda, is your ancestors, your guides, your loved ones in spirit. You're receiving a lot of messages at this time, and I feel like the messages are telling you, keep going, keep building. This will be very successful, and I see it will be. I mean, she brings in that success, but she doesn't bring it in because it's, how do I put that? It's almost like she reminds you of your own success. She reminds you that everything is going to be okay. Remember in The Wizard of Oz when Glinda comes in, she's not always present physically, but she's present spiritually always. And she comes in when you need her the most. And she shows up at the end to remind you, right, that there is no place like home. And it's important for you to be authentic and truthful to yourself. And there's something about you doing it, like you did it, right? You made it. You've come this far. And I feel like you're getting to the castle. You really are. This is amazing. What else do we need to know about the Treasure Island? What do we need to know about that Treasure Island? The Chariot. Okay, so we could see that castle energy completely manifested here by maybe Chariot, Cancer energy, June or July. I also see Aquarian energy here as well. So this could be January, February, the first quarter. Now you have, oh, the metamorphosis, the strength, and the Eight of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right, so wrapping up your reading, as we get closer and closer here to making a choice that brings us happiness. Remember, happiness is a choice, collective. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. There's another energy of trusting your intuition, trusting the magic within. You have the Chariot showing up. There's a lot of action, forward movement, and momentum. Some of you could quite literally be moving or traveling in the near future, maybe even tomorrow with that tomorrow card, or in the next few weeks. Okay, you could hear some form of communication showing up. The Chariot is fast forward energy. It's also about emotional drive. Cancer is a water element ruled by emotion. So it feels like you're super excited and happy. What is the emotion? Happiness. And this is driving you forward here. Because yes, there's been unfinished energies of the past, something that maybe you even put on hold, or maybe it was a never-ending story. I see that right behind it. And it feels like you didn't quite make it to that castle. Maybe a croc ate you up on the way there. I'm just kidding. But perhaps you got tired and you had to swim back, right? And now you're coming to the edge. You have come to the edge here. And I feel like you're getting closer to the castle than you ever have before. And the Chariot says, you're going all the way, but we're going with a steady beat, a steady pace. And we're controlling our emotions, our thoughts. We're not letting distractions come in this time around. We're not letting limiting beliefs come in and self-sabotage. We're not letting yourself go through another, unfinished symphony. And I feel like you have the strength here. There's the lion. You have the heart, the compassion to really go all the way. Oh my goodness. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is the card of mastering a skill, loving your work, gaining knowledge, dedication, craftsmanship. It's very experimental, but she's also great at what she does. The Duchess cook here. She's in the kitchen and she has every possible thing that you can think of. She has the octopus here. She has the mushroom. She has the egg. She has every spice needed to concoct whatever she wants to make, whatever she wants to put on that menu. And I feel like that's what you're doing here. You're exploring. There's an exploratory energy that you are being guided to take, collective. You have the strength to go all the way, and your final outcome is the metamorphosis. This is another major arcana. It's actually card 24. So we're seeing the major arcana, which 25, the bonus card. Now you're getting the metamorphosis, which I really love this one because it is 10 frequencies higher to me than the death card. So it's metamorphosis and rebirth, but this is cosmic. It's cosmic connections. It's rise and shine, baby. It's renewal and rebirth. And there are, the wings here of the butterfly, translucent and iridescent, and they're blues and greens. And I feel like you're shining your light. You're shining your colors, and you're really able to spread your wings. This is about shedding beliefs. It's about boundless horizons and embracing change with a sense of wonder, with a sense of awe. And there's no stopping you. When you have the strength and the Chariot mixed with the Eight of Pentacles, you're going to put in the work on this. You're going to go all the way. And I see that you're not alone. You have two action takers with you, Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. You have the smarts, right? You got the brain, but you also have the financial means available to do so. Wow. This is a powerful read here for you. This is great stuff. Now, I don't want to burst any bubble, but I do want to look at What challenges, what are the biggest things that could come up that could challenge us getting to the castle? Let's look at that here for a moment. All right. Spirit, what are the biggest challenges besides the mind? Because we have resistance here. What is it that could potentially hold one back or delay one's progress to getting to the castle? Let's ask that. What is it? I feel like it's going to be a sword or maybe even a pentacle. Some of you may be saying, Mel, it's money, or it could be the mind, but let's look here. Okay, it's the Five of Wands, competition. It could be competition. It could be criticism. It could be self-doubt or judgment. It can feel like you're overlooked. It could be a sense of failure, fear of failure. Oh, boom, we just said it. Fear of failure. Mel, I've been swimming to the castle, but remember, I had to stop and go back because I couldn't make it that last time. Or it felt like I got too tired, or I had to give up. Fear of failure, because you've gone through it before. Fives are conflict. Fives are challenges and obstacles. But remember, this is a fear. It's not showing up in your energy here. If anything, your cards are beautiful. Spirit is saying, keep going. And when and if you come up, because I feel like it is going to be a when, not an if, it will show up that there's competition along the way. It will show up at times of struggle or adversity or even group think, right? Everybody thinks this way. And you may get sidetracked at times on other people's thoughts or opinions or what they think of you or what they think of anything. But I feel like that's where the strength comes in and says, whoa, I recognize what's happening. I now have awareness that I didn't have before, and I know what to do. I'm going to spread my wings. Look at that flamingo. Spread its wings and fly away. Fly away from the drama. Fly away from the groupthink or the chaos or the heaviness. You're rising above the fray here, and you know that you're protected. And so when you start to get tired, when you're swimming to that castle, instead of sinking, you have floaties. And I feel like you're gonna lay on your back here and you're gonna look up, just like you do when you get tired in the water, right? You lay on your back and you start to float and you rest a little bit and you pause and you breathe. You don't panic, because what happens when you panic, right? You drown. And I feel like in the past, perhaps there's been panic. Perhaps there's been a sense of drowning, right? Drowning in the thoughts, drowning in what's going on around you, drowning in the chaos. Too many people, maybe so many people swim into that castle that you didn't even know where the castle was anymore. But when the Five of Wands shows up, this reminds you, yes, there may be a fear of failure, but you're not letting that fear stop you. You're going all the way here. Beautiful. I want to get one final card. I know I keep saying that, but this is so good. It's like I don't want it to end here because I'm excited for what's ahead for you, collective. It's going to make you feel so happy that you made these choices that align with your highest good. And there's going to be celebration. Some of you, this has to do with around your birthday as well, or around a special date. But the balloons showing up here are saying you're going to be able to celebrate, because we see an unlocking, a massive unlocking here. All right, let's get one final card for the happy. I'm actually going to pull from my deck here. Let's pull. What's this happy? What do we need to know? Oh my goodness, you guys, you can't make this up. Look what came up. The birthday card, the gifts. The gifts and the balloons, spiritual gifts, it says. Gratitude, surprise, celebrations. This is a gift from the universe. Oh my, okay, we're going to end it even though I don't want to here. By the way, is someone baking cinnamon rolls, or does someone have a cinnamon scented candle or something baking with cinnamon? Because I'm smelling it in the air. It's not in my home, but I smell someone embracing cinnamon. And if not, remember, cinnamon's an aphrodisiac. So there could be something quite spicy brewing up in your life, something that really does get you feeling real good. So trust those feelings because they're going to be happy ones. That is what I have for you, collective. I'm loving this for you. If you guys like this as well, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so much for tuning in today. Lots of love.